If you're a buyer, you're probably tired of hearing about how competitive the real estate market is right now. And it is, to be sure. All across the country, and across the western suburbs of Chicago in particular, low inventory and high demand have kept prices rising and conditions favorable for sellers. I'm Eric with Andersen Realty Group, and in Willowbrook, the median single-family home price is currently sitting at $575,000, which is 5% higher than it was at this time last year. Median market time is low at 13 days. Inventory remains scarce at 2.9 months supply. By every conventional metric, Willowbrook is the seller's market. But real estate doesn't work in absolutes. Even in the strongest seller's market, opportunities still exist. If you know where to look, you'll find them. They aren't in the headlines, they're in the high market time listings, the homes that didn't get their pricing or preparation quite right. As I like to say, there's always a buyer's market somewhere. You just have to know how to find it. I tested this idea using Willowbrook as a case study. On the surface, it is a textbook seller's market in Willowbrook. But if you look closer, you'll see not every home follows the trend. Of course, there are the competitive, cutthroat new listings. Homes that were well prepared and priced well sold in an average of 3 days, often with multiple offers. These homes didn't just meet expectations, they exceeded them. They sold for an average of 105.4% of asking price, with the highest getting nearly 10% over asking. On average, the premium buyers paid for these competitive listings in Willowbrook over the past 12 months is an average of almost $30,000. These homes came out strong, and the market rewarded them. But not all homes get this kind of response. Even in a strong seller's market, there are the listings that didn't get any momentum and went stale. They were often overpriced, unprepared for market, and lost more and more interest with every passing day. On average, these homes spent 110 days on market, over 8 times longer than normal, and it hurt their bottom line significantly. On average, they received about 85% of asking price, with the lowest going for 78% of asking. On average, these sellers took an almost $90,000 hit. Ouch. Same suburb, but two very different results. For buyers, this means that even in a strong competitive market, these are areas where you can find deals and have the upper hand in negotiations. You can identify these by looking for listings that have been sitting on the market for some time. They're usually not prepared well for market, not updated, and often have several price reductions. Patient, observant buyers can take advantage of these listings and get a deal. Don't just look at the new listings. Study the old ones. It might require a little vision and negotiation strategy, but these listings are out there. For sellers, this reiterates the importance of preparing your home for market and pricing it reasonably. If you go too high and leave too much room for negotiation, this will hurt you in the end. You only have one chance to make a great first impression, and you don't want to waste your new-to-market window. The best way to protect your equity is to have a solid plan, not a wish. No matter what the headlines say, remember, there's always a buyer's market somewhere. If you're a buyer hoping to find one, or if you're a seller who would like to stay far, far from it, reach out anytime. And if you found this helpful, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications. I'm Eric with Andersen Realty Group, a family-owned brokerage where we treat our clients like family.